Frank Adelino, this month's liturgist, and we have a few announcements to share with you. If you are a visitor, please be sure to sign our guest book or one of the tear-offs from the brochure in the pews, and we'll send you the next few issues of our newsletter, The Gazette. You are welcome to participate in any of our programs. Following our postlude at the end of the service, you are welcome to our coffee hour at Fletcher Hall. We also encourage you to attend our all-community coffee and connection hour held each week at 10 a.m. between the two services. There you can meet most of our friends and members, and for those with children who might want to be involved in Coffee Connections activities, we offer childcare in the nursery downstairs from 10 to 11. And now Mike Vernon has an announcement for our auction, and he will be followed by an announcement for our Mantle of Giving. Good morning.
Good morning.
We have our auction coming up on Saturday, so by tradition, the Sunday before is called Auction Panic Sunday. And that was brought to my attention very clearly when I opened my email late yesterday morning, and co-chair Nick Lewis had emailed me, and that was actually the subject line, was Auction Panic. And what he was referring to was we're kind of short on the donations all being logged in this year. So I want to encourage all of you who are throwing parties, dinners, giving items, providing a service to make sure you go to the congregational homepage. There's a splash right on the front. Click to it and log in and make your donations so that we can get our catalog organized, edited, and shoot it out and have a nice set of offerings. I particularly want to emphasize that I was looking at the sort of the dynamics of what's listed so far, and you know, the bread and butter of the community building and the meeting new friends and visiting with old ones are all the dinners and parties and whatnot. Not that all the donations aren't terrific, but that's really like the core of what's offered. And for instance, last year there were 33 different cocktail parties, dinners, parties offered throughout the year at the auction. As of this morning, we only had 22. Now, not only is that a shortfall in community building and friendship, it would be a significant shortfall in the money we raise, because a nice party brings in a nice chunk of change for us to help, feed our budget and help us with the work we do. So I'd encourage any of you who are thinking about having a nice dinner party for any reason to make it a UU auction dinner party and get in and register, and let's have a good auction. I look forward to seeing everybody Saturday.
Good morning.
Good morning. So we're here. I'm Henry Cannon-Geyser.
And I'm Audrey Edgington. And the Mantle of Giving starts this week. And if you weren't sure what the Mantle of Giving is, it's a gift drive for inner city kids in Newark from the ages of 3 to 3rd grade.
We've been doing this for, 15 plus years, and it's a great program that we do as part of our partnership with the Newton Street School. So this week is our first week that we have the wishes. They are up on the mantle in the narthex behind you. And if you are interested in participating or sponsoring a kid, or you have any questions for us, we will be there after the service and sometime after that. So thank you.
Please be sure to notice the announcements printed on the insert of your order of service, and get announcements you would like to have shared with the congregation to the office no later than Wednesday of the week you'd like them to be announced. Recognizing that the time for announcements has passed, and that does mean please do not bring announcements into our remembrance time, we continue in the spirit of sharing. From the chalice, which is a symbol of our community, we light these candles of remembrance, forming a fountain of light to embrace us all in both our joys and concerns. We turn to those who will share our remembrance aloud at this time. We kindly ask that you begin your remembrance by stating your name. If you wish for your remembrance to be shared electronically with the congregation, please be sure to leave a written version with me or our minister.
Good morning, I'm Gary Sanderson. I'm here to share our great sadness over our daughter-in-law, Mia Solomon Sanderson. Irene and I went to see Mia and Andrew, our son, in a suburb of Philadelphia, Havertown, yesterday to see Mia, probably, maybe for the last time. She's been suffering with cancer for 20 years, serious cancer. and beating it each time until this last time. And this, if you don't know it already, this is a horrible, horrible disease. Lots of pain, and it drags on and on. At this point, her sister and our son, her husband, their entire life is devoted to this, to the point where Nora doesn't see her husband for weeks at a time. He lives in Westchester County. Andrew is actually on unpaid leave of absence from his job. And while she's completely incapacitated, there's no notion of when this will all end, this tragedy. Anyway, I just ask you to please keep these three people in your hearts because they're all suffering. Thank you.
I'm Francesca Elms,
I'm Jack Crawford.
and I'm so sorry to hear that news, Gary. We have a very, here's the other side of the coin. We have a very happy announcement, and if anyone feels left out, you shouldn't, because we weren't there. Our son, Michael Drucker, was married on Friday, November 8th in Albany to his longtime girlfriend, Justine McClellan. We could not be more thrilled. It's a fabulous, fabulous time for them, logistics for being in school, but true love went out, and they did get married at a Unitarian church in Albany. And watch out when you tell your children to follow their dreams, because they take you seriously.
I am Jenny Loggins. I have two things to share. First, I learned that a man from my congregation in Birmingham, Alabama, had died, the Reverend Jack Zillman, who was a tireless fighter for civil rights and justice. He died at 76, but I really thought he'd live to be 100, and it was so sad to learn that he died. Second, my niece Patricia All, who is 24, has had all these mysterious symptoms, and she's getting a biopsy on Tuesday, and I wish for all your good thoughts and prayers that all will be well with her.
Hi, I'm Avron Stoloff. I'd like to light a candle of healing for my wife Jean. She had her gallbladder taken out on Monday and then had complications and had emergency surgery on Wednesday and was in the hospital until yesterday. So now she's finally home, and hopefully we're on the road to healing. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Carolyn Burr, and I have a candle of joy and a little bit of concern about two babies on the way. One, dear friends whose baby is right on time, Kate and Ryan, and that baby should be here today. The other is a friend from work whose baby will also come tomorrow, but will be very early, about 6 weeks early. We still expect all to go well, but I want us to keep Jamie and Doug in our thoughts as these two babies and their 4 parents start their families.
I'm Dave Lewis, and I'd like to light a candle of remembrance for my late wife, Sigrid Nagel, who died 20 years ago this coming week.
Hi, my name is Christina Williams. I'm light this candle in healing for my Aunt Janice Williams and my cousin Carrie Williams, who are both fighting breast cancer, and also in memory and love of my grandfather, Leland Williams, who passed away this morning. My name is Jill Raleigh, and I'm lighting this candle in support of my dear friend Mary Lee Joseph, a member of his congregation whose brother died this past week.
And I light a candle for many causes. There are so many things this morning, heartfelt episodes. Some of you might remember from the candle. Mary Lee Joseph was here 3 weeks ago, and her husband David lit the candle on the morning that her brother Jack received a heart transplant. And so you might remember through that. We remember Lakshmi Kripalani this morning, who died peacefully in her sleep this week. And her funeral service will begin about a half an hour from now. Her roses will be in our memorial garden. Her roses. She was a woman of flowers. Her ashes will be in our memorial garden, and we will have a memorial service at that time. We hold the Karpathian family in our hearts. We've received word this week through Zoe that Kiara has now brain mets. The disease continues. Mary Wanderpolo, who is at home struggling with cancer. For all of the people in the Philippines, and for those of you who are looking for ways to be helpful to the people in the Philippines, the Unitarian Universalist Service Committee is a way of doing that. So many organizations, the money gets caught up in red tape and bureaucracy, but the UUSC can get the money through. So if you want to give me a check or whatever, I will get it to the UUSC. If you want to do it directly online, you can go to their website. And this week, the 50th anniversary of the assassination of John Kennedy, that's one that lives with many of us who are in this room and is a part of all of our lives, whether we were alive yet at that time or not. And then weddings to celebrate this week. We had 3 weddings that your ministers performed for marriage equality and same-sex marriage. We recognize the weddings of Bonnie Knack and Kay Hoban, of Holly Denny and Lauren Locker, of Diane Sclafini and Carol Bennett. And so we have some joy to end our remembrances with. I like this final candle for all of our unspoken joys and concerns. They are a part of each of us, and so too they are a part of this gathering together. I invite you to join me in the spirit of prayer. Spirit of life-giving love and love-giving life. God of so many surprises, some of little consequence, some of great consequence, some that make us laugh and others that challenge us greatly. We are gathered together in the midst of all that is, to take a moment out, to reflect within so that we might better see that which is without, so that we might see that through whatever challenges we are in the midst of, we continue to be surrounded by beauty, the beauty of life, the beauty of being. May we be healed in our struggles by that beauty. May we be filled up and blessed by that beauty, which we are a part of, so that we might not only be healed, but that we become the healers, continuing to spread that which is good, that which is wholesome, that which is connecting in the world around us. Let us hold this moment together in quiet.